They stand before Senegard Mountain, but Raukran doesn't head for the main entrance. Instead, he turns toward a narrow side path. No one says a word, but the change feels strange. At the tunnel's mouth, Raukran stops. A shimmer flickers like broken glass in the air. He waits, then steps forward. The barrier parts as Raukran steps through. The others follow one by one. "Stay close to me at all times," he says. His voice stays calm, but it leaves no room for doubt. Then, a glance toward the glowing red veins in the stone. "Do not touch the crystals unless you must," Raukran warns. "Short contact is safe, but the longer it stays with you, the more it changes you." The path splits ahead. At one entrance, a large yellow dragon waits silent, unmoving. "Galvik," Raukran mutters. "Council guard." The yellow dragon doesn't look at the Senax. "This is as far as they go," he says. "Only dragons may enter the chamber." Soren remains still. Galvik glances at him, then speaks. "Oriin, Raukran, the council will see you now." The tunnel widens. Light spills ahead, soft, red, and alive. The heart of Senegard opens before them. Dragons drift across ledges, wings cutting through the shimmering air. Others perch high above, watching in silence. The walls pulse with thick red veins, glowing with a slow rhythm. It looks like lava, but it isn't. It's natural. Dozens of caves branch in every direction, some narrow, others vast. Every path hums with its own quiet energy. This place could hold a city. Oriin says, awestruck. Soren walks beside her. "One day it might," he replies. "If anything could, it would be this." They walk deeper into the glow, the scale of the space overwhelming. Soren gestures toward the veins running beneath their feet. Nadril, the core mineral of change and life. It was given by Naibar itself, woven into the world when it was born. It can grant power or take it away. It responds to who we are, our thoughts, our nature. No two creatures are affected the same. Oriin watches the light shimmer across her claws. A low hum rises through the stone. Soren's voice lowers. "If not controlled, it leads to madness or worse." The chamber falls quiet as Oriin steps forward. Several dragons watch her in silence. Raukran turns without a word and joins the others on the council tier. "Step forward, young one," one of the elders says. "We would see you more clearly." "You were not born here," the elder says. "None of us were. Each soul begins far beyond this world in the dark of space. There Naibar shapes it slowly, patiently until it is whole. It grows in silence," the elder continues. "Formed not in flesh but in spirit, a vessel of pure potential. Naibar holds it in a cosmic womb waiting. When it is ready, the soul pulses with energy, a signal, and then it falls, drawn from the stars, carried through the void toward this world. A descent not of chance but of timing, of purpose. This is the reign of souls," the elder says. "Each light, a soul falling into Naibar. They do not all take the same shape. Some become dragons, others fairies, Vajiks even humans. One reign can bring many forms, not bound by type, but by timing. Life emerges where Naibar needs it most. Souls do not fall at random. They are drawn by unseen threads, converging in one place, one moment. A reign can touch all corners of Naibar. But the souls seek their kind. Young ones fall near those who can protect them, to be seen, to be claimed, to be raised." Oriin glances toward the chamber floor, then back at the council. "Do some arrive already grown?" she asks. A low rumble moves through the chamber, not of anger but recognition. "Yes," one of the elders replies. "Some souls do not fall small or helpless. They arrive formed, awake, ready. They descend like stars, but carry the weight of something older. They come with purpose, and the sky opens for them, to protect the young or to guide them toward what they're meant to become." Orin's voice is quieter now, thoughtful. "But some of them remember things, don't they?" The council is silent for a moment. Then an elder speaks again. "Yes, some carry fragments of who they were before they fell. They arrive with knowledge not known in Naibar, skills, language, magic. Even among humans, there are those who awaken with power. They don't always understand how, but they act with certainty, as if remembering a life they never lived, guiding others with knowledge no one taught them, and sometimes that begins the moment they arrive." The elder's voice softens. "Now that you know your origin, we believe you should stay with your kind. For your own good, you have our permission to leave." Oriin nods once. I understand. She turns and quietly takes her leave. While Oriin speaks with the council, the others wait beyond the threshold. Dranak and Tenor don't sit still. With no guards outside, they follow the mountain wall, curious, cautious. A narrow cave entrance draws their attention. They slip inside, steps light, ears high. Tenor slows, nose twitching. There's a smell, he murmurs. Something strange. Dranak's tone is low, blood, burnt meat, and ash. They move deeper, saying nothing more. A roar cuts through the silence. Wings beat overhead, fast, heavy, deliberate. Dragons. They spiral above the Senax, fire trailing in their wake. Not at random. They're moving with purpose. Each turn tightens. Each dive narrows. They're chasing something or someone. Dranak and Tenor press against the cavern wall, eyes wide. Up ahead, the stone rumbles deep and steady, like thunder trapped underground. Then fire. A sharp blast echoes through the tunnels, followed by another and another. Roars, screams, dragons locked in combat. Dranak and Tenor freeze. Whatever's happening beyond that bend, it's not over yet. The closer they get, the hotter the air becomes. Not warm heat, thick, dry, breathing. It rolls out from the massive cavern ahead like a wave. An open space so vast it could hold hundreds of dragons and does. Flames cut through the air. Explosions tear against stone. In some places, the rock itself has melted, scorched to glowing liquid by the force of the blasts. The cavern erupts in chaos. Dragons spiral through the air, some sleek and fast, others massive and lumbering. On the ground, claws tear into stone as wings beat overhead. Fire lashes from all sides. Some are shaped like serpents, twisting mid-flight. Others move with unnatural speed, as if unbound by form. The Senax press against the rock, eyes wide. And then they see them. Wings without bodies, heads with wings. Creatures twisted by something deeper than fire. Not all the damage comes from claws or teeth. Some dragons release blasts of pure energy, violent, radiant, uncontrolled. Explosions tear through stone and scale alike. Fire rolls across the cavern floor, leaving behind silence or screams. Every strike lands with weight, and every blast takes something with it. Wings collapse mid-flight. Bodies fall from the sky, trailing smoke and blood. The ground shakes beneath the Senax feet. This isn't battle, it's annihilation. The heat becomes unbearable, even at a distance. It burns against their fur and skin. Dranak gestures, and the two move, slipping through the shadows to higher ground. They find a ledge above a quieter bend in the cavern, where the noise fades just enough to hear breath. Below, dragons lie still, some groaning, some silent, wounded. Dozens of them scorched, torn, barely alive. The Senax crouch low just beyond the glow. Voices echo from below, strained. Broken. A blue dragon lifts his head barely, his body scorched, his wing torn. Naibar's veins burn too hot, he rasps. It's changing us faster than we can control. Another breath. Shallow, painful. We didn't even fight back at first. We thought they'd listen. He gestures weakly toward a red dragon lying still. He was only trying to shield the young ones. Then his voice darkens. They called us unstable, said we were tainted by Nadril. The blue dragon looks to his side, no breath, no movement. His wingless companion is gone, the red one long still. Blood drips slowly from his mouth, his neck. He doesn't cry out. He just stares ahead at the bodies, at the cavern, at the silence that followed fire. The wounded dragon gaze shifts to the edge of the cavern. A small figure stands there, no wings, thin, glowing with energy. It looks around, eyes sharp, then vanishes. Far above, the Senax move quietly, carefully. They've seen enough, and they've been seen. As they descend deeper into the tunnels, something else rises. They stop. A small dragon crouches low, lifts its head. Blood runs down its jaw. The dragon lifts his head, sensing something above, but it's too late. A roar tears through the cavern, and the ceiling explodes in fire. A wave of dragons crashes down, claws and flames slamming into the stone. They don't see him, or they don't care. He's gone in seconds. Flames explode around them. Dranak grabs Tenor by the arm and bolts. They sprint through falling debris, claws scraping stone. The roar of dragons all around them. Behind them, a massive shadow drops from above. A dragon unleashes a tower of flame, melting the tunnel walls in seconds. The blast collapses the passage with a deafening roar. The Senax skid to a stop, now trapped on the other side. Flames still pour from the glowing wall of molten stone. Tenor glances at Drenak. No words, just a look that says we need to get out. Now, Drenak runs fast, ears flat, blade tight against his back. Tenor keeps close, heart pounding in his chest. The tunnels twist, unfamiliar shadows everywhere. For a moment, they're not sure where to go. Then Drenak stops, nose flaring. The way out, he growls. They move faster now, no time to look back. Tenor's eyes stay fixed on Drenak. We have to tell Oriin, he says quietly. Drenak places a hand on his shoulder, steady but firm. No, not here, not yet. But why? Tenor asks, voice tense. Drenak glances toward the tunnel walls. If we take her, it'll look like we're hiding something. Oriin is still with Raukran, we can't risk it. A pause, then Drenak adds, some dragons want the truth buried, and they'll do anything to keep it that way. Tenor nods, silent now but not at ease. The cavern mouth opens to silence. A brief calm before decisions are made. Oriin approaches first, Oriin walking beside him, Raukran behind. He doesn't waste time. I need a word with you, he says to Drenak. Oriin will stay here, it's safer. Then to Tenor he'll walk with you to Velnor, just in case. Oriin lowers his head to Oriin. You'll learn to control it, he says, the power. The instincts, the dragon's way. Oriin nods, holding his gaze. Drenak steps forward next. We'll bring Tenor to visit when it's safe. Tenor steps forward, tugging gently at Oriin's arm. Come with me just for a moment. She follows without question. Oriin watches them go, then looks away, giving them space. Assuming it's a private goodbye. Tenor leans in, voice low. When you explore Senegard, be careful around the wall of melted rock, it's still hot. Even if it is by Mayself, I will come back to see you are safe. Raukran waits outside the cave. Oriin stands beside him. A green dragon watches quietly. Ahead, the others gather. It's almost time. No one says it, but this is goodbye. They move forward, the wind sharp and dry. For a moment, it's just a path like any other. Then they see it. A volcano, rising in the distance, smoke curling from its peak. No one says a word. They all understand what it means. They keep walking, sometimes fast, when the ground is even, sometimes running, when the stone slopes beneath them. The air grows hotter with each step. Ash drifts on the breeze, but they don't stop. They circle wide, keeping to the edge. Close enough to feel the heat, far enough to stay alive. Drenak leads quiet, focused, always a few steps ahead. Oriin takes point when the terrain shifts, and Tenor trails behind. Legs short, breath steady but stubborn. They walk at different speeds, but none stray from the path. The volcano watches them pass, and they don't look back. They leave the scorched earth behind. The path dips into a valley, where the forest waits below, cooler now, quiet, but Oriin stops. His eyes turn skyward. One dragon flies overhead, distant but circling. Then a second appears, joining the pattern. They don't descend. They don't attack, but they don't leave. One sweeps close, wings cutting the wind, ignoring the group completely. Still they follow. Not too near, but never too far. Oriin exhales through his nose. He doesn't speak, but he watches them the entire way down. Something isn't right, and the sky knows it. They stop at the edge of the forest. Oriin speaks without turning. They left before I got close. Drenak stays quiet, eyes narrowed. Tenor mutters, yeah, well, maybe we're the prey. No one laughs. They head into the trees, looking for a place to camp, and trying not to look up. The fire crackles low. For a while, no one speaks. Just the quiet of the valley and the weight of what they've seen. Then Drenak speaks first. Only once he knows they're truly alone. We saw it while you were with the council, he says. Hundreds of dragons, tearing each other apart. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't need to. The memory does that on its own. Soren's eyes narrow. A battle? Inside Senegard? Drenak nods. Tunnels melted, caverns scorched. Some of them were already dead when we found them. Others still dying. Tenor stands in front of Oriin, eyes fixed, silent. Waiting. Oriin doesn't look at him, he looks at the fire. There's a split, he says. Has been maybe since the beginning. Drenak tilts his head. Between who? Oriin finally meets their eyes. Dragons, he says. Some of us believe this place Naibar should be shared, with all creatures, built together. He pauses, the fire pops, but not everyone agrees. Some want Senegard for dragons only. They see outsiders as threats or prey. Tenar frowns, so the battle. Soren nods. Wasn't just about land, it was about who deserves to live here. Tenar doesn't sit. He watches the fire burn low, then asks, "Are dragons the most dangerous creatures?" No one answers at first. Then Soren speaks, quiet but steady. "No, not even close. The flames flicker. Trees down, scorched roots, smoke rising. Humans came from the skies just like the rest of us," he says. "But they don't ask what lives here. They don't care." We see rough wooden homes poorly built, hastily placed cut directly into once living forest. They tear down what's already growing, just to build something weaker in its place. Humans started using magic, not to heal, not to learn, to capture. They don't just build over life, Soren says. They twist it, make it serve them. Fairies caught mid-flight. Vijiks tied down with ropes that don't belong to nature. They move in silence. No warning, no mercy. They see fear and treat it like proof of guilt. They don't stop to ask what we are, only how to keep us. Tenar's voice is quiet. Why would anyone do that? Soren's reply is simple. Because they can, and no one tells them not to. He looks back at the fire. Humans are arrogant, selfish. They believe every creature exists to serve them. The fire crackles. No one speaks for a moment. Then Soren continues. "They've even tried to capture dragons, tried to kill us a beat. But they fail every time. Claws, fire, wings. We were never meant to be caged. Not all humans are like this. Some are lost, confused. Some even mean well." He looks away from the group, but we still keep our distance, because enough of them don't. A branch snaps, all three lift their heads, no one moves. But every ear turns toward the trees, the sound comes again. Soft hooves against the forest floor. It's not a threat, just a deer, watching from a distance. Still, none of them relax. Old instincts don't fade easily. They move without speaking, a silent signal between them. Shoulders lower, steps soften, eyes sharpen. The hunt begins, the deer shifts, one ear flicks. But it's too late. They're already closing in. Then, just before the strike, Soren roars, not loud, not angry, just enough to startle. The deer bolts, but not alone. Two more young ones leap from the underbrush, scattering in panic. The group splits, moving fast. No words, no hesitation, just instinct. The deer sprints, but the sky answers first. Soren drops from above like a shadow, crushing the ground beneath him as he lands. The deer thrashes once, then it's still. He holds it firm, claws pressing just enough. A moment of breath, a moment of silence. "You work well together," Soren says. Fast, focused. He looks at the others, calm, measured. Who would like the honor of putting it to sleep? Tenar steps forward but doesn't speak. He looks at the deer, then looks at Drenak. Drenak meets his eyes. No words pass between them, but the meaning is clear. It should be him. Soren watches. Soren slowly eases his grip. The deer is still breathing. Just shifts his weight, deliberate. Bones give way beneath him. No one interrupts. Not even when the sound stops. They don't suffer when it's done right. Soren says, "Pain is for the careless." Silence holds for a moment. Then it's ready. Soren lowers his head, not as a predator, but in thanks. "This was an honor," he says. "Thank you for trusting me with it." Silence settles again. Then light tears across the sky. A distant star falling slow. They watch it burn. "That's not random," Drenak mutters. "Something chose to come down." Soren stands. "We should see where it lands." No one argues. They've seen too much lately to believe in coincidence. Even the wind feels different now. Tenar is already moving, of course. The light still clings to him. A grown man, standing alone, a human, newly fallen and fully awake. Soren's voice is low. "That one chose to fall.